One of the best characters in 1923 is finally dead, once again sparking spin-off rumors. Keep watching to find out who it is. The climax for 1923 started building with episode 5, but my brain couldn't comprehend how Taylor Sheridan would possibly wrap it all up in a single episode. The answer lies in a movie-length mega episode that is sure to leave you with a broken heart and a tear-streaked pillow. Episode 6 brought all key characters closer than ever to their breaking point. Teonna is free, but is she really? You can't simply kill a man and walk away, especially not one like Father Renaud. The same goes for Spencer. He may be finally returning home, but an army of bad men awaits him at the train station, locked and loaded. And as for Alexandra, her survival would be nothing short of a miracle, because as Elsa said, another cold winter is coming. Episode 7 opens with Kara and Zane anticipating an attack from Whitfield's men. Jacob has told Kara to stay on her guard because he's off to protect Spencer and kill Whitfield if he comes across him. The real war will go down at the train station, but Kara is not a woman who stays home warming up meals. We all know that about her now, and Zane admires her for that. But even Kara doesn't know yet that her son is dead. Elizabeth is as clueless as ever, waiting for her unborn child's father to return home. This scene in Elizabeth's struggles make me hate Whitfield and Clyde more than ever. If Whitfield was a villain before, he's a confirmed monster now because his right hand, Banner, is even convinced that he's no good. We knew Banner would have a change of heart, and he finally does. As Banner says later in the episode, Whitfield takes to make you suffer. It ain't the taking he wants, it's the suffering. Besides being a horrible power figure who's just hungry for more, Whitfield is a sociopath. He didn't even flinch after the death of the woman he'd turned into his plaything. So, of course, he doesn't care if another man dies. Except this time, the man he had his men murder had a pregnant wife waiting for him back home. Even someone as angry and twisted as Banner starts to see through Whitfield's cruel agenda, eventually realizing he no longer wants any part of it. He has decided to leave not only Whitfield, but Montana. But will he make out alive? Before I continue this breakdown, a quick reminder for new viewers. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you're enjoying the video so far. And if you don't want to miss any future updates from the Yellowstone universe, turn on those notifications so you're always in the loop. So, back to the finale. Last we saw Alex, she was turning into a pile of snow in the middle of nowhere. Mind you, this isn't a regular snow show. We are talking about a storm that froze 2 warm bodies into ice overnight. The chances of Alex's survival are low, but she's a smart woman who wants to live for her baby, if not to meet the love of her life. Somehow, Alex creates a fire to keep her warm enough and hopefully rope in passerbys' attention. How does she keep the fire aflame, you may ask? Remember all those letters Alex kept writing to Spencer, hoping he'd read them one day? Well, they become fodder for the flame. It's painfully poetic, burning the very words that kept her going to survive another night. Each letter was a lifeline, a thread connecting her to the man she crossed continents for. And now, she tears them away one by one, feeding them to the fire just to stay alive. It's survival in its rawest form, sacrificing hope to preserve the body, even as the spirit begins to crack. If Spencer is the warrior of this saga, Alex is its phoenix. She may burn, but she doesn't break. And even in the coldest hour, she finds a way to keep the fire alive. But it appears Alex's woes are never ending. All Spencer knows in his life are hardships, so his survival through the harsh journey is warranted. But Alex is literally a British royal who held the title of Countess of Sussex. That's the kind of trauma even a decade of therapy wouldn't untangle, especially with what happened at Ellis Island. I feel like I haven't even recovered from that. It was empowering to watch her girl boss her way across continents for love, but now it's starting to feel like the universe just has it out for her, and she knows it. In pure desperation, she turns to God, begging for clarity. She asks God if this is his plan for her, to let her know about love, and then to rip it from her. It appears God hears her plea right there, and then, as Spencer's train passes by, he actually sees the massive fire and recognizes his wife, who, in all honesty, looks nothing like herself. If you asked me, I would say this scene alone takes the cake in the entire Yellowstone universe. The slow burn romance, the epic reunion, the sheer emotion. This scene has it all. It's not just the payoff of a long, painful journey, It's the culmination of everything 1923 has been building. Alex and Spencer's love has defied every possible odd: war, oceans, class divides, and now near death. And at that moment, when he actually sees her, cold, broken, but alive, it feels like the first true win either of them has had in a long time. But some wins are short-lived. Remember how I said Teonna was now free? Well, maybe I spoke too soon. She may be free of Father Renaud, but the law is on her tail. Marshal Fawcett and her team arrive at the scene where Pete and Kent's bodies lie. It doesn't take long for them to piece everything together, but they still don't want to arrest her due to jurisdictional differences. But Teonna is nearby and doesn't hear this, so she fires, believing they've come to take her in. She hits one of Mamie's men and nearly fires at Mamie too, before realizing she's outnumbered. When Mamie questions her, Teonna admits to killing those responsible for hurting her and her cousin. She's arrested and taken to court in Oklahoma. Back at the train station, tensions are at a boiling point. Alex and Spencer's fleeting love story was cut short, and now they face another painful separation. Whitfield's men are relentless, immediately attacking Spencer, leading to a full-on shootout. Clyde locks in on Spencer, aiming straight for his head, but fate has a different plan. In an unexpected turn, Banner steps in and shoots Clyde, though he was only there to leave town with his family. A warrior, as they say, never truly leaves the battlefield. Banner, no stranger to violence and chaos, found himself tangled in it once again. But as much as Banner tried to distance himself, his past was never too far behind. His tangled web of trouble caught up with him when Sheriff McDowell, perhaps seeking his own kind of justice, took the shot that ended Banner's life. In a brutal twist, Banner met the same fate he had so often dealt to others. This was his karma, a reminder that no one, no matter how powerful, can escape their actions forever. While he did cause the Duttons quite a lot of stress, I still felt heartbroken over his death. From the very first episode of 1923, it was clear that Banner's anger was rightfully placed. Sure, the way he acted on that rage was questionable, but that had more to do with his desperation and his alliance with Whitfield, who exploited Banner's vulnerability and thirst for power. But as the dust settles from the battle, Alex's struggles only deepen. Despite the war winding down, her personal torment remains unrelenting. Jacob, wounded from the fight, is left behind to rush Alex to the hospital, where she faces a terrifying ordeal, forced to give birth 3 months prematurely. The toll of the harsh journey and her frostbite had nearly cost her life, yet Alex clings to survival, determined to bring her child into the world. Her strength is undeniable, surviving not just the brutal environment, but the physical and emotional weight of her trials. Alex's character shines through these moments of adversity. She is, without a doubt, one of the standout characters of 1923. Jacob Dutton is certain of one thing: the ranch is no longer safe, and only Spencer can truly protect it. Even after the bloodbath at the train station, Whitfield refuses to back down. He's lost dozens of men, but a man like him doesn't value human life. He sends yet another wave to take Spencer down, proving that his greed and ego outweigh any sense of loss or strategy. And while I'd love to say that Cara Dutton could have handled them all on her own, after all, she's taken down beasts before. These aren't just wild animals roaming in the dark. These are men sharpened by vengeance, fueled by orders, and frothing at the mouth for a kill. They don't care about right or wrong, and they certainly won't hesitate. This isn't a game where courage alone wins. So, Jacob is right. Spencer is needed at home. And just like that, he once again has to leave Alex's side. Spencer's departure from Alex highlights the painful cost of war on love. While their bond is strong, duty always comes first, and Spencer's return to Montana is a harsh reminder of the Duttons' constant struggle for survival. On the other hand, Cara is once again fighting alone, worried about her husband, who's also away from her because of the same war that keeps Spencer and Alex apart. Spencer races home with the police and takes down the man attempting to gun down Cara, armed with an automatic weapon. Spencer then single-handedly eliminates everyone firing at or from the house. When he calls for Cara, she rushes down the stairs and throws herself into his arms. A tender moment. Spencer is finally home. This is the exact moment the entire season was built on. Spencer's return signals the resolution of his journey, but it also underscores the emotional cost of love and war. After everything, this tender moment highlights what's truly worth fighting for: the people you love. Back in the courtroom, the rich and powerful decide Teonna's fate. She has murdered a man, but with no living witnesses and no evidence. Therefore, the case is thrown out. Mamie tells her she's free, but for Teonna, freedom doesn't feel like much when you're left with nothing. Teonna is told that California is a good place to start over. West it is. This is another stark reminder of how survival often comes at a steep price. There's a tragic irony here. She's legally free, but emotionally, she's still trapped in a cycle of trauma. Her journey is far from over. It's just taking a different, more uncertain path. The brutality of her past may be behind her, but it's clear that Teonna's fight for real life has only just begun. I have a feeling Teonna will play a central role in a possible sequel, and here's why. We know that Thomas Rainwater is still in Montana during Yellowstone, which raises some intriguing questions about Teonna's future. How did her descendants end up back in Montana, and what might have drawn them to the land again? Did Teonna discover something crucial that would lead her to return to the Yellowstone Ranch? Or perhaps is another conflict brewing that ties her story to the Rainwater legacy? Teonna's journey out west is a pivotal moment, but her story feels incomplete. The challenges she faces could lead her to make decisions that eventually connect her to the generations that fight to reclaim their land in Montana. As we see in Yellowstone, the Rainwater family has always had a complex relationship with the land. Could Teonna's path set the stage for the future of the Rainwater clan? Teonna isn't the only one who sets the stage for the future of the ranch. Alex's newborn son is named John, which is the father of Kevin Costner's John Dutton in Yellowstone. It's a sweet moment when Spencer finally meets his son. But maybe all those troubles Spencer and Alex went through were just a sign from the universe that they weren't meant to be. Because they are together now, their struggles must be over, right? Apparently, Alex's body has endured more than it could take. The frostbite from the blizzard did irreversible damage, and doctors recommended amputation as her only chance at survival. But Alex, once a royal, always proud, chooses to go out on her own terms. She refuses the surgery. After everything she's been through, perhaps she's just too tired to keep fighting. When Spencer finally gets a brief pause from the chaos to be by her side, he wakes up to find her body cold and lifeless. Just like that, Alex is gone. Her death isn't just tragic, it's the final gut-wrenching blow in a journey that saw her abandon privilege for passion and comfort for chaos. And while she never got the quiet Montana life she dreamed of, Alex did find something real in Spencer. That love, short-lived as it was, remains her legacy. Spencer has lost the one thing that grounded him. I'll be honest, I was not expecting Alex to die. After everything we have all been through watching her journey, for her to have less than 12 hours reunited with Spencer feels like we were shortchanged. Also, why didn't Spencer fight for her to go through with the amputation? I was surprised he gave in so easily. At the end of the day, Alex could not be tamed, and that was what he loved about her most. So I have to find peace with their decision. Meanwhile, Spencer, consumed by grief and vengeance, sets out to confront the man responsible for Alex's death, Whitfield. The ruthless tycoon is calmly lecturing Lindy about self-control over breakfast when Spencer storms in. Without hesitation, he shoots Whitfield in the gut and Lindy in the throat, sparing only the visibly shaken Mabel. Even as he bleeds out, Whitfield continues his smug monologue, insisting that Spencer and the Duttons won't get away with this. But Spencer is done listening. He forces Whitfield to say Alex's name, a final act of reckoning, before putting a bullet through his skull. As the house burns behind them, Jake and Spencer walk away without looking back. This isn't just justice, it's personal. It's raw, ugly, and unfiltered revenge. And while Whitfield's death doesn't undo the pain, it marks the end of a violent chapter. The fire they light isn't just to destroy, it's to cleanse, to signal the end of a reign built on exploitation and suffering. After everything Spencer endured, he still ends up alone. The woman who crossed oceans defied nobility and withstood the cruelest trials of nature, and man did it all just to be with him, only to be taken away far too soon. And Spencer knew it. Every scar on her body, every hardship she faced, he carried with him. In a poignant flash forward, we see an older Spencer collapsing at Alex's grave, overwhelmed with grief that clearly never left him. Elsa's narration confirms what that moment already told us. He never married again. 1923. Season 2 might just be one of the most impactful seasons of TV I've seen this year, And while I didn't agree with every choice they made, especially the excessive focus on Whitfield's twisted taste for torture, I can't deny the sheer quality behind it all. Every frame felt intentional. The acting, top tier, the cinematography, absolutely stunning, making every mountain, valley, and dusty road feel alive. The story kept pulling me in, even when it got too heavy. There were moments I wish I had more restraint, but credit where it's due. This season delivered raw emotion, high stakes, and an ending I won't forget anytime soon. It's a brutal, beautiful addition to the Yellowstone universe, and it absolutely earns its place. Do you think another spin-off is coming? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your theories. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from the Yellowstone universe. More breakdowns coming soon.